maybe even a question mark, partner.
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure. And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. They set the pick. The three from Harden cannot hit. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Nobody near George. No good on the triple.
That's one for their first four to start the second half.
From deep, Harden. Another miss by Harden. Pacers trailed by 6. George with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. And stolen by Ariza. Harden's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And George, here we go. Hill has the open look. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling is good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Indiana making some changes. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Ellison for George Hill. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Howard kicks to Harden. Second shot opportunity. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Monte Ellis. The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Rockets are known for their offensive prowess, and rightly so, Clark. It's not just the barrage of threes that do teams in. They get to the free throw line.
Well, they've got a group of guys that understand how to create and sell contact. They were second in the league in free throws.
And Hill throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Back to Harden. Clock at 4. Tipped away. It's stolen by Mahinmi. From deep, Miles. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
And make no mistake about it with the Rockets. They know the value of the free throw. As a team, they went 45-8 last season whenever any player on their team took 8 or more free throws in a game.
Back to Ellis. George passes to Hill. Left side, George. And stolen by Ariza. And he commits the intentional foul.
And we know the Rockets are a stat-driven team. I mean, the most efficient shots are threes, layups, and free throws. And that is why Houston is so dedicated to getting to the line, taking threes, and trying to get to the rim.
And the Pacers call time here. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Indiana making some changes. Whittington's checked in. And it's Budinger in for Paul George. It's Harden with the drive. shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Whittington dishes to Ellis, and he gets the bucket.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And Hill throws it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. Pacers trail by 3. Outside Hill. And the shot is good. Hill's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Ellis. Got it off in time, but... And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Rockets lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. On the court for Indiana. Ellis is out there with C.J. Miles. Then there's Buddington. Then there's Hill. And it's Whittington in at the 5 spot.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
To the paint, Miles.
C.J. Miles.
Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Miles has got it all tied up now for the Pacers. That's good. And now that's 35 points for James Harden.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like. Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And he converts the layup. And now a 4-point Rocket lead. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. George with the ball. Takes the 3. Second chance shot. And it's sent back by Howard. And it's Chase Budinger with the foul. That's his first foul. Guys, this offense very effective.
Point right after.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
George against Ariza. And George with the stuff.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
The 3 from Harden. Kept alive by Houston. Puts up a 3. Good on the shot. Harden's got 43 points.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Pass to Capella. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the first one drops.
Shooting for Houston, James Harden. 2 shots.
Timeout called the Pacers. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
Hill passes to George. Indiana moving the ball around.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen. And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
2 minutes.
Here's Harden. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
From deep, Miles. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Miles has got 5 points now this quarter. Screen by Howard. From deep. But they get it back. From past the arc. Harden can't hit.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Dishes it to George. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here is Harden. It's Ariza on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not? No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And here's Harden for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
Shoots off target. So Houston wins it. Some good.